welcome to this new video. I'm the PC Collector, and on today's project I'm bringing you another old machine. I have here another 486 machine, the only 486 machine I have which still has its original case. This machine is one I got quite a long time ago, and which has been for like 20 years on my stash, and well, which has degraded quite a bit with the time. In fact, you should have seen the mess I had the last time I tried to make it work, even though it was definitively dead. But well, if I had been doing videos by that time, the one related to this machine will have had like 15 parts or so. I spent like 3 weeks until I managed to make it work again, because literally everything which could go wrong with it went horribly wrong. First, it didn't boot, which meant that the main drive was dead. I solved that, and it stopped turning on at all, which was because the CPU pins were oxidized, so I had to solve that as well. Then the floppy drive refused to work, then the CD-ROM drive refused to work. I tried to put on a 5-inch floppy to no avail, there was no way to make it work. Windows 95 refused to work as well, which meant that I needed to install Windows 98 instead, which Windows 98 is obviously way too much for this machine, even though it has 64 megabytes of RAM, so Windows 98 can more or less work. It was an absolute mess, literally everything which could go wrong with this machine in the last time I touched it went wrong. So yeah, this time I hope it goes a bit better. I'm going to do some tinkering with it. I'm going to again try to make the 5-inch floppy drive to work, because I know a couple of things I didn't know last times about how those work, so hopefully I'll be able to make it work. Also, I'm going to, like I do with all my retro machines, I'm going to get rid of the mechanical hard drive and replace it for a more sustainable in time alternative, which will be an SD to IDE adapter, likely the one I recycled from the Aptiva a couple of videos ago. So yeah. As you can see, I already have equipped it with an adapter to use a PS2 keyboard. It has the serial ports and the parallel port in the slots there, like it was common on those machines. I could see if I can manage to slap it here, but I don't really. I could try to slap them here to save the slots, but I'm not using those slots anyway, so it's not really an issue. It has an USB card which worked, because, well, since it had Windows 98, I thought, why not? That was way before I knew that I could make USB work on Windows 95. And it has an S3 Trio 64 UV. Well, one of the very common S3 cards of the time. And it also has a Sound Blaster 16. So, yep. The CPU is an Intel 486DX4 running at 100 MHz. And it also has 64 megabytes of RAM in FPM format. It also admits either RAM, but I'm saving the either RAM for more modern Pentium class machines, because for a 486 there's not a real advantage on using either RAM over FPM. So you can see those connectors covering one of the PCI slots. So yeah, this one can remain, but I probably should take out this one and see if I can put it directly on the case, since it has openings for it. It would save some. Well, I'll do it if I ever need one of the additional slots, which is not the case. So now, what I know about the drives is that the floppy drives is that apparently if you have more than one floppy drive, apparently the one connected to the connector which is farther away from the motherboard is apparently drive A, and the one closest to the motherboard is drive B. I could be wrong, but it's what it seems, which means that I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. Probably if I take the CD-ROM drive and move it to the upper bay, I'm going to try to move the CD-ROM to the upper bay. Also try to move the floppy drive to the upper bay, so both floppy drives are as close as possible, so I can. The card reader, I'm not really sure where I'm going to place it, but yeah, for now, one thing at a time. Oh yeah. I remember now that dealing with the 3-inch base were if you haven't even worked with one of those old baby AT cases, most of them could remove the plate where the board was attached for its removal of the board. It is a quite interesting design. But for now, let's focus on the task at hand. So, the CD-ROM has been successfully moved to the upper bay. Okay, now the CD-ROM drive has been moved to the upper bay, which means it no longer should get in the way for the floppy drive. Oh no, I did. Oh fuck. Oh shit. I did. Oh nine. Oh no. Why? I decided to put screws to that side, which it means that I'm going to take apart the whole computer if I want to take. No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I can absolutely assure you that that's not going to happen. Let's see if I can. Get enough grip through here. Yes, I managed to take out the remaining screw without. So now let's take out the drive. And apparently I can't take out the disc itself. Okay. Now just the drive. So now, without that in the way, oh, for the love of God. this is the... Oh wow! That's the connector for the CPU fan, which you can see down there. So now, with the cables, or the other cables no longer in the way, I should be able to plug this on the 5-inch drive. It's okay, it's no problem, nothing is happening. Everything's okay. Well, now it's time to try to get the 5-inch floppy drive, which you can see here. I'm going to try to get it here in the second bay where it was the okay, he seguido ve lo que estaba. ¿Por qué no te... Well, for some reason this doesn't fit, and so it should. I don't know what's the problem. I'm going to try to push the CD-ROM upwards and see if it frees enough. Well, this is leather gross. This is absolutely bloody gross. Okay, this is ridiculous. Like, it looks like the bay is simply not big enough for this to fit. That's stupid. I'm going to get another screwdriver and see if I can pry it in. Can I squeeze it in, because this is ludicrous. Okay, let's see if I can squeeze this in. Oh, this is stupid. Okay, I have another one. I'm going to see if that one fits better. Okay. Thing is, this one's black, so it's going to look worse, even if it fits. No, it doesn't look like this one even fits. So I'm going to have to get creative to get this one. Well, I finally managed to put the 5-inch floppy drive in place. It was a matter of trimming a bit the plastic, which was deformed by it being very old. So yeah, it should now work. I think the floppy drive is not going anywhere, but I'm going to, regardless, I'm saying how the cables are placed, and I should probably connect the drive before screwing it in, because I have just seen the room to wiggle the cable is going to be minimal, so I'm going to do it that way. And to push it to the front, and the connector should fit like this. It has. And now I'm going to plug in the power connector like this. Okay, and now let's wiggle it back in. And now that it's connected, let's use a couple of screws to keep it in place. And it requires different screws. For the love of God, why couldn't they use some kind of standard? Do I even have any screw? And now I need to free this, and if I recall correctly, it was connected like this. So now both of the floppy drives should be properly connected. Everything is still properly connected to the board. Now it's a question of seeing where I can place the drive. Okay, and now I'm going to place the adapter with an 8 GB SD card. Here the plate or at least that's the plan. If I can yeah, that's the plan. But you have heard that about how no plan survives the first contact with the enemy. It looks like this is one of those cases. Okay, I like the theory, but I don't like the practice. Looks like a good idea, but it's not a good idea. So I'm going to take the plan B. Which is, assuming it fits, of which I'm not that sure anymore. Plan B is placing it there and hoping it works.